Have you ever felt a hidden potential within you? A glimmer of something precious that the world seems to overlook? What if, beneath the layers of expectation, conditioning, and even self-doubt that you've accumulated, lies an immense, radiant treasure, your true, unblemished nature, shining like pure gold? We often conform, adapt, and build protective shells around ourselves. But what if these very defenses conceal the most magnificent truth about who you truly are? Today, we journey into a beloved Buddhist parable from Thailand, a story that uses the simple image of a hidden statue to unveil a profound truth about your own existence. This isn't just a tale of ancient wisdom, it's a direct, transformative guide for anyone yearning to rediscover their authentic self, to break free from self-imposed limitations, and to live a life of boundless joy and intrinsic worth. Prepare to witness how a chance discovery can shatter illusions, revealing the radiant, golden Buddha that resides within you, waiting to be rediscovered. Chapter 1. The Hidden Treasure, a Golden Buddha's Sacrifice. Once upon a time, in a serene and prosperous kingdom in Thailand, there stood a magnificent temple, home to a truly awe-inspiring, colossal golden Buddha statue. Its surface gleamed with immense spiritual and material value, a beacon of enlightenment and a testament to the devotion of the people. However, a grave threat loomed. Word came to the village where the temple was nestled that an invading army, known for its ruthless plundering, was rapidly approaching. The villagers and monks, desperate to protect their sacred treasure from inevitable destruction and theft, devised a clever, yet drastic, plan. With heavy hearts and diligent effort, they covered the entire majestic golden Buddha statue with thick layers of ordinary mud and rough concrete. They meticulously worked to obscure its precious nature, making it appear like a crude, valueless stone Buddha. Their hope was that the invading army would perceive no material value in it and thus pass by without plundering it. Sure enough, the invading army rolled into the village, their boots heavy on the ground. They passed by the now disguised, stone, Buddha, their eyes dismissive of its plain appearance. Perceiving no gold or precious materials, they had no reason to plunder it. The deception worked, and the precious golden Buddha remained safely hidden beneath its mundane exterior. For many long years, the invading army occupied the village. The temple stood, and the Buddha statue remained, but the once vibrant life of the community was subdued under foreign rule. As generations passed, as new inhabitants arrived and old ones faded, the true nature of the statue became lost to memory. There came a time where nobody, not even the temple's own monks, remembered that the Buddha was actually golden. The covering of mud and concrete had become so ingrained, so complete, that the disguise was now accepted as its true identity. The once magnificent golden Buddha was simply regarded as a humble, ordinary stone statue, its true brilliance forgotten beneath layers of concealment. Buddhist insight. This opening establishes the core metaphor of the story. The golden Buddha symbolizes our inherent Buddha nature or true, pristine self, a state of innate purity, wisdom, and boundless worth. The invading army represents the external threats of the world, war, materialism, judgment, that seek to exploit or diminish our true value. The act of covering the Buddha with mud and concrete symbolizes the layers of conditioning, external expectations, false beliefs, and societal pressures that we accumulate throughout life. These layers, born from a desire for protection or acceptance, ironically obscure our authentic self. The forgetting of the Buddha's golden nature highlights avidya, ignorance, our forgetfulness of our true, inherent worth. The years of occupation represent the time we spend living under the rule of these external conditionings, believing them to be our true identity. Chapter 2. The Crack in the Armor, a Glimmer of Inner Radiance. Time continued its ceaseless flow, and the disguised Buddha remained hidden, its true identity forgotten beneath layers of hardened concealment. And then, one day, a young monk, earnest and dedicated, was meditating quietly at the base of the stone Buddha. His practice was diligent, his mind seeking inner stillness, though perhaps not yet fully aware of the profound truth hidden just inches away. As he meditated, a small, almost imperceptible sound broke the silence. A tiny chip of mud and concrete flaked off the statue's surface. It was a seemingly insignificant event, a chance occurrence, Perhaps due to age, a slight tremor, or simply the natural process of wear. The monk looked down, curious, and his eyes widened in utter disbelief. Beneath the dull, rough exterior, a flickering glimpse of gold was revealed, a radiant shimmer breaking through the mundane disguise. The monk couldn't believe his eyes. His heart pounded with a mix of excitement and profound revelation. He sprang up and excitedly ran back to the other monks, his voice trembling as he recounted his astonishing discovery. "The Buddha, he's golden. Beneath the stone, there's gold." Initially, they might have been skeptical, thinking it a trick of the light or a delusion. But his conviction was palpable. And so, filled with a mixture of curiosity and dawning hope, they all started carefully, then more vigorously, hammering at the statue, breaking away the layers of mud and concrete. Piece by piece, the dull, rough casing crumbled away, revealing more and more of the magnificent, pure gold beneath. The temple was filled with the sounds of chiseling, as centuries of concealment were slowly peeled back. With every chip, more and more of the statue's true, radiant identity was unveiled. Eventually, the entire statue stood before them. Not a humble stone Buddha, but a colossal, gleaming golden Buddha, its immense spiritual and material value finally, undeniably revealed to the world. Buddhist insight. This is the pivotal moment of awakening and rediscovery. The young monk represents the earnest seeker whose diligent practice, even if initially conventional, leads to a breakthrough. The chip symbolizes a moment of insight, vipassana, a glimpse of truth that pierces through layers of avidya, ignorance, and upadana, clinging to false identities. It can be a sudden realization, a profound meditation experience, a teaching that resonates deeply, or even a life crisis that cracks our protective shells. The shared hammering signifies collective effort in the Sangha or the ongoing practice required to fully peel back layers of conditioning. The full revelation of the Golden Buddha symbolizes the realization of one's inherent Buddha nature or original mind, the pristine, enlightened self that is always present, obscured but never destroyed. Conclusion. You are the Golden Buddha, sculpting your destiny from within. You see, in life, in your life, the profound truth of this parable resonates with startling clarity. You are the Golden Buddha. Inside and outside, in your very essence, you are golden by nature. You are born with an innate purity, an inherent wisdom, a boundless potential for peace and compassion. This is your untarnished Buddha nature, your original mind, a state of complete knowing, of perfect clarity, unconditioned and whole. But then, as we journey through life, we begin to learn a certain way to live, a certain way to love, a certain way to perceive ourselves and the world. We are exposed to societal norms, cultural expectations, past traumas, and the judgments of others. Bit by bit, subtly, almost imperceptibly, people, experiences, and our own reactions to them put a casing of mud and concrete over the radiant Buddha within us. We adopt false beliefs about ourselves, that we are not enough, that we are flawed, that our worth is dependent on external achievements or possessions. We build protective armor, layers of ego and conditioning, that, ironically, conceal our true brilliance. And tragically, we start to believe that we are merely the stone Buddha, the dull, limited, conditioned version of ourselves, and not the magnificent, golden one that lies within. Then, inevitably, something or someone comes along that cracks your casing. It might be a moment of profound crisis, a sudden realization during meditation, a wise word from a teacher, a heartbreaking loss that shatters your illusions, or even a simple, chance encounter that makes you look inward. This experience, this chip of mud and armor, reveals a glimmer of the gold beneath, and in that powerful moment, you look inside, truly seeing, perhaps for the first time, the radiant, precious gold that is your authentic self. And I promise you, with the deepest conviction born from years of studying these timeless truths, once you truly realize that beneath all the layers of mud and concrete, beneath all the conditioning and false identities, you are pure, unblemished, boundless gold. You will want to be golden for the rest of your life. You will yearn to lie from that place of inherent worth, to shed every remaining layer that obscures your true radiance. Key learnings for your personal Buddha story. Your inherent Buddha nature. You are fundamentally good, wise, and pure. This intrinsic worth is not something you acquire, it is your true nature. Obscured by conditioning, not destroyed. Application. Regularly practice self-acceptance and self-compassion. Recognize that mistakes or perceived flaws are just mud on the surface, not your core identity. Affirm your inherent goodness. The layers of conditioning, avidya and upadana, life experiences, societal expectations, and our own clinging to false ideas create layers of mud and concrete that conceal our true self. This is avidya, ignorance of who we really are, and upadana, clinging to fabricated identities. Application. Cultivate mindfulness, sati, to become aware of your conditioned thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns. Question them gently. Is this truly me? Or is this a layer I've acquired? The catalyst for awakening, vipassana, the crack, whether a crisis or a moment of insight, is crucial for self-discovery. It forces you to look beneath the surface. Application. Embrace moments of challenge or discomfort as opportunities for growth. Often, it's when our external world cracks that our inner light can shine through. Seek out teachings or practices that encourage deep introspection. The practice of unveiling, right effort, rediscovering your true self is not a one-time event, but an ongoing process of hammering away the layers of conditioning. This requires diligent and consistent effort. Application. Engage in regular spiritual practice, meditation, contemplation, self-inquiry. Each act of mindful awareness, each moment of letting go of an old belief, is a conscious chipping away at the mud and concrete, revealing more of your inherent radiance. Living from your true self, once rediscovered. Living from your golden nature means acting with inherent kindness, wisdom, and boundless joy, rather than being driven by fear, greed, or the need for external validation. Application. Let your actions be guided by your inherent goodness. Radiate the peace and compassion that are your true essence. This authentic living is the highest form of Dhamma and creates profound well-being for yourself and others. The profound wisdom of this parable invites us to embark on a transformative journey, from mistakenly identifying with the stone Buddha of our conditioned self, to living fully as the magnificent, radiant golden Buddha that we inherently are. This is the essence of your authentic Buddha story. Thank you for watching, and may you always carry the profound peace and illuminating wisdom of these stories within your heart. Join our growing community by liking this video and subscribing to Buddha Story, where ancient wisdom beautifully meets modern mindfulness. What crack in your own life led you to glimpse the gold within? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Until our next encounter, may your path be filled with profound peace, deep understanding, and the radiant light of your own awakening.